All right, guys. So for your spelling activity for today, we are once again looking at synonyms and antonyms. So it's really important that you understand the difference between what a synonym and an antonym is before you complete this activity, okay? Because we don't want to get them muddled up. So on this slide here, so 5-6B, I've put your spelling list up there. 5-6P, yours is on here. And if you click over into this next slide, if you remember it from last week, there are 6 different columns across, and I'll show you how to fill it out again in a second in case you've forgotten. So I've got a little key up the top, and it's really important, and I always tell my class to remember synonym starts with an S, which means a word that is similar or the same meaning as that word, okay? So think sound, synonym means similar or same. And then you've got the antonym, which is going to be an opposite meaning of that word, okay? So when you're looking at finding a synonym for a particular word or one of your spelling words, it's going to be a word that you can use interchangeably. Now, interchangeably means if you can replace that word in a sentence by the synonym that you're creating or saying is a synonym for that word, the meaning of a sentence should stay the same. So if you read both sentences with both of the synonyms in the same spot, okay, that means that it is interchangeable and the meaning of that particular sentence stays the same, meaning they are synonyms for one another. If the definition or the meaning of that sentence has shifted a little bit or doesn't quite remain the same, then I wouldn't really use that word as a synonym. So that's a good tip or a good trick for you guys to use when you're trying to find a synonym for a particular word. So I'm going to read a sentence out loud for you, and I'm going to tell you what word I'm going to replace with a synonym, and we're going to also say it in the next sentence as well, and see if that meaning stays the same. So my sentence is going to be: the long basketball game lasted over an hour. Okay, my word is going to be long. Now I need to have a think of what's another good word or a synonym that I can replace the word long with. And I'm thinking I'm going to choose the word lengthy. So I've got the word long and I've got the word lengthy. I'm going to use the word lengthy in the same sentence that I just read out loud to you guys, and I'm going to see if the meaning of that sentence stays the same. My sentence will now say, the lengthy basketball game lasted over an hour. If you notice there, the meaning of that sentence still stayed the same, meaning I can use that word as a synonym for the word long because the meaning didn't become lost or changed at all throughout that sentence. Okay, so I want you to think really closely about that today. If you can use it in a sentence with the original word, then yes, you can clarify that as a synonym. Okay, so let's try one of our spelling words today and I'll show you what I would like you to do. I'm going to choose the word receive today. So receive is over here in my Poodles spelling list. So I'm going to click over here and I'm going to type my spelling word, and I must make sure I spell it correctly because that's what this activity is all about, practicing your spelling words. And I must remember the rule I before E except after C. So that applies to this word. So receive, R-E-C. And my rule is I before E except after the letter C. Now, because this is after the letter C, my E needs to come first and then my I, like that. And it auto-corrects you to a capital because it thinks it's the beginning of a sentence. All right, now I need to think about a synonym or a word that has a similar meaning to the word receive. All right, I am going to choose the word accept. Okay, I'm actually going to put this in my head. I'm going to read it out loud to you guys. I'm going to put the word receive into a sentence. And I'm going to say, my friend thought that she was going to receive a birthday present off her friend. Okay, I'm going to now replace the sentence with, my friend thought that she was going to accept a birthday present off her friend. The meaning stays the same, therefore meaning these two words have similar meanings and I can use them interchangeably like I mentioned before. Now I'm going to think of an antonym or a word that has the opposite meaning to the word receive. So receiving means you're accepting or you're taking or getting something or someone. So the opposite of that is going to be to give. So that's going to be my antonym for that word. All right, I've done the first one for you. Now, once again, if you go onto your list and you are finding some of them a little bit tricky, I will let you go into other lists and pull out some words that you think might be a little bit easier for you to achieve and to be able to find antonyms and synonyms for those words. All right, off you go, guys.